And now, our feature presentation.
Are they twins or is one just a reflection?
Forget it, Nick.
What is this?
If I can't find a real man, I would rather die a virgin.
Last chance. I'm gonna count to 3.
It's a tummy fry.
Kill a camera.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Good Improv Watches. We're going to watch something stupid. You're going to watch us watching that stupid thing, and that's kind of the entire conceit of the show.
That's the gist of it. That's the gist of what you know what you're getting into. You know it. You know, if you've been here before, you know exactly what's going to happen. If you're new here, well, then Dan just explained it. So, I mean, you can watch it if you want still, but you know what's going to happen. So, you know.
No more surprises.
Go if you want. Yeah, no surprises here.
That's right.
No
And
surprises.
special shout out for a guest person who's not really a guest on the show, but it's our dearest fan, Miss Italy, Teresa Luongo.
Oh, Miss Italy.
Yeah, so
Really?
she's pretty big fan of the show, I reckon, because she's interacted with us a couple of times here on the internet. You know,
I generally find any girl I interact with, I assume they have a crush on me. So that kind of makes sense, right?
right. So let's entertain and delight as we do in an unreasonably fun way. What do you say?
Yes, I think that's reasonable.
I don't know. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm only going to promise fun for tonight. I'm not sure I can attain the unreasonable fun status.
Fair enough.
But I will give it my best.
Fair enough.
Well, what is set to rot our brains tonight?
Yes.
Something called The Last Chase.
Oh, yeah, The Last Chase.
One last chase.
Well, see,
Now,
I
is
wonder,
this
is it a chase
another movie?
Is it the
with
last
the,
chase, or is it a chase that just lasted a really long time? So it just kind of worked out that way.
The Last Chase Ever? Or,
Right.
you know. Now, is this another movie starring the $6 Million Man by any chance?
It most certainly is.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Because we're doing
Cool.
our $6 million man block. We got another movie next week that's really going to knock your socks off.
That's right.
Yeah, if your socks are already off, well, then we can't do nothing for you.
No,
Yeah,
put them
you
back
can't help
on. Put them back on.
It'll be
This
worth
is
it.
worth
It'll be
it.
worth it. It'll be worth it. All right, should we watch this? Should we go to where we watch these movies?
I think it's
Yes.
probably a good idea to get that started, yeah.
Yes. If you like what you're seeing tonight, please like and or subscribe. Ooh,
Hey.
strong start.
Made it just in time to watch the movie here, too, like
Yeah.
we usually do.
It sounds like the beginning of the Superman theme.
It does, yes.
Lee Majors.
Jordan, we
Chris-
took all that time making you not blow it out, only for you to turn on a completely white light in front of your face.
Burgess Meredith. Burgess Meredith is in this film, everybody. We got the $6 Million Man and we got the Penguin.
All right, I'll shut it off. I just like to have a blinding white light in my face from time to time, you know? Makes me feel alive.
Yeah, obviously.
Do 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 do. On the dying planet of Krypton at the Hawkins Raceway,
Oh,
Kryptonian race car driver Kor-El sends his only son into a race car.
Hawkins Cheezos are pretty good.
Hawkins
Cheezos?
You
What
ever
the
have
hell's a
those?
cheeso?
It's
Good
delicious.
Canadian treat.
Jordan's family couldn't afford Hawkins.
For
To
cheese.
the poor people's store.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Jesus.
Cheezos were all we could afford, obviously. Very, very troubled childhood I had.
Mom, can I get cheesies? The kids, no, you have to have Cheezos, I'm afraid, son. Now drink your mule cock. Now drink your
man.
milk.
Look at this
Put on your-
Exxon Valdez.
Well, they must
Anybody
have
get
paid for
that reference? Then you're old.
Is this the lead character?
The gas pump.
Yeah, the gas
The
pump.
gas pump. That's very dramatic around this gas pump. We've seen a gas pump before. We understand. I don't think this gas pump is worth it, guys. Come on. Is it a giant gas pump?
It's locked.
It's locked. I mean, we could have just shown the gas pump and then cut to the lock. We didn't need to pan around it.
Probably this is right like Mad Max times here, eh? They've already cut off the gas.
Yeah, that's right.
Gas, Mr. Hart. I couldn't find more. Honest.
Mitch, come on. What the hell's the matter with you? You could always get whatever we wanted.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I can get you anything, but I can't get you gas. The only gas you got is in that station wagon of yours back there. And
No gas.
about that, too. All cars supposed to be checked into the depot a week ago. Everything's going crazy. They even canceled the World.
This whole movie's a commercial for Coca-Cola.
Coke and Exxon.
I was going to send some flowers, but can't even get those anymore.
Boy, this is what a nightmare future we live in.
Yeah.
No flowers, no gas.
This dude's way ahead on COVID. See that? He's already got the mask on his neck there.
He's
Yeah, he
just
was
getting
wearing
ready.
Wearing it when it came down. Do. So is this the future where everything's scarce? Is that what's happening?
I think
we
so.
still advertise Coca-Cola?
He's cutting a car like a surgeon cuts your shirt when you.
It wasn't even a
cutting
car; it was the gas.
He's cutting the gas thing. He's stealing the gas.
Oh yeah.
There you go. I'll try that next time I go to the pump.
You guys ever think that this is the last chase because we destroyed all the other gas pumps in the world?
Thanks to this asshole, there's no more gas pumps.
They keep trying to fill them up, but they're all cut open and
You
destroyed.
can't chase anybody anymore.
Oh, he hauls it around.
That's really inefficient. You should probably just drive the race car, because that's going to be much slower than the other cars that aren't on a trailer.
Right, the towing capacity is really going to kill his mileage.
Saves the tires this way.
It all happened so suddenly. For a month or so, I had some kind of delayed reaction.
Ooh,
Go back home and somehow just expect them to be there.
okay.
I kept hearing sounds that weren't there anymore.
It's funny, I expected them to be there since I chopped them up and killed them last week. But mind does strange things.
Chance to do what I do best. Race cars. Like so many other things in our lives, it suddenly became expendable when the oil was shut off.
Racing cars would be one of the things that would be
Yeah.
first to go when the oil gets shut off. Yeah.
It'd be very effective when they shut the oil off.
And by the hundreds, and then by the thousands.
Pretty safe to put him on the chopping block, too. I mean, they could go back to racing horses.
Right. Or it's on foot.
No one really.
Or on foot if you're so desperate to race. Yeah.
Car should have been turned in. Come on, move it.
This car should have been turned in, yeah. So it's like the future. They're taking all the cars and everything. They must be out. They must be out of gas, right? Maybe that's
Yeah.
what it is. Like there's no more left, so that's it.
And a group of race car drivers form some sort of escape, some sort of great escape from this fascist camp.
More conspiratorial theories.
Well, it seems odd that they're rounding up and injecting people over the gas being gone.
Well,
That
no,
does
there's
seem a little weird.
there's some sort of disease. He said something about other people had.
Oh, there was a
more,
disease. Okay, fair
yeah,
enough.
other people had more conspiratorial theories. So
Please, I'm begging you. That was my little girl. She'd be all alone.
It's all right, Susie. Let her through.
yeah, there must be some sort of like illness too. Wow, the world's going to shit.
Yeah.
We lost track of the days, and after a while, we just learned to live with the panic and fear.
This is what would happen if they shut comedy off, you know?
Yeah, exactly. this
We're turning off the comedy tap.
this Cheech and Chong album should have been returned. It should have been brought in.
They have laugh-easies like they had speakeasies. You go in.
Laugh-easies.
Yeah.
You think more people would be riding the trains with all the cars being turned in? It's surprisingly empty.
Yeah. How are they getting around?
Horseback.
Horseback.
Not to be a stickler here, but I feel like trains take a decent amount of oil to keep running as well, don't they?
Well, that train's probably run on electricity, though. It depends what's powering it. That might be run on electricity.
It's still got to be lubricated
flashback now, I think. Yeah, you still got to use oil to lubricate all the parts and stuff.
And all the rubber seals around.
Yeah. But I think these run. That's why you're not. Oh, look how the future it is.
Wow.
Cool. They had the CN Tower and the all sorts of things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to touch the third rail, right? Because there's electricity running through it. That's what's powering the train.
That guy with the golf cart's way ahead of the game, man.
Going to work at a job you don't like. And living by the rules.
No, that's pretty much like now, too.
Just with cars.
It's just with cars. That's the only perk we have. I can drive to the job I don't like.
Keep yourself away from the others and just carry on. Day by day by day.
And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the spokesman for the Mass Transit Authority, a man who used to be one of the most famous racing car drivers in the world, Mr. Frank.
Ooh. Yeah, Frank.
Mr. Frank.
Thank you. You know, I keep on being asked what a race car driver is. Well, back at the...
What?
A to Z and the time it now takes to go from A to B.
Yes, you have a question. Yeah, that sounds like a really stupid job. Like, what was the point? There really wasn't one, honestly. People just liked us going around in circles.
Yeah, even in our own time, it seemed frivolous.
It seemed pretty frivolous.
His office at the Transit Commission. He was 3.5 minutes late.
Look at this. They got the war room from Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah.
Do we have any other information on this man?
I think I have something here that just came in. We got this last night.
Oh.
Going into a confiscation yard.
Okay, stop it here.
Where are these cameras?
The third time he's been recorded in a place like this in the past month.
Yeah, good point. Somebody's out there filming them, you know. They got people everywhere.
Carrying.
I think it's something from an old car.
Well, yeah, I see that, you idiot. What is it? That's what I'm asking.
What was that report from the historical section?
He has a couple of minor offenses for breaking rules. He used to race cars back when they were legal. He was responsible.
Okay, so here we go. I just looked up the plot. In the year 2011,
wasn't able to drive at high speed.
which was the future in 1981, the United States is a police state. A substantial percentage of the population was wiped out by a pandemic 20 years earlier. Amidst the resulting chaos and general panic, democracy collapsed and a totalitarian cabal seized power. After moving the seat of government to Boston, the new dictatorship outlawed private ownership and use of automobiles, boats, and aircraft.
Wow.
On the pretext that an even bigger crisis, the depletion of fossil fuels, was imminent.
That's great. Now, what's the synopsis say?
Yeah, that was just me reading the current events. That was just me reading about what's happening in the United States currently.
What the hell?
Yeah, so there's some sort of mass transit system that they want everybody to use, and they don't want people having private transportation.
That surveillance problem. Let me know tomorrow.
So
Unlike the way it is now.
Unlike the way it is now. They want everyone using their own transportation, use as inefficient a way to travel as possible. So everyone could have their own monster truck. We do it.
And they're practically giving them away.
I recognized you from your...
Just ample vehicles. They stack them up on the side of the road. They've got so many.
Toss them off to the crowd out of a sack.
Yeah, right. Like Caesar throwing, coins or something.
Yeah.
Old days were better.
Why?
Not so many bureaucrats with questions.
Well, we didn't live in a police state, for one.
The old days.
Well, just how old were you when the oil ran out? Or was supposed to run out?
I'll ask the question.
That's Lee Major there?
That's Lee Majors, yep.
Yeah.
Tell me.
He looks a lot different without a beard.
The confiscation.
Yeah. Star of the TV show Sweating Bullets. I think it was Sweating Bullets. No, it wasn't Sweating Bullets. It was another one set in Hawaii, though. It was another lame, like, solving mysteries show.
Minor offenses against you.
It's like an ex secret agent or something, and he's an old man. Lee Major's an old man in this show, and he's like his old buddy.
Lady, you got too goddamn many laws.
Lee Majors, the fall guy.
That could totally work with that music for sure.
So there's something doing something computery because that thing is on there. Oh no!
Kind of looks like that. 'Cause he's older now, but at the time, younger guy from The Sopranos there.
Oh yeah.
Nicky? Is that a guy off The Sopranos?
But somebody's doing it.
I'm not sure.
Morley, I want it stopped.
Yes, ma'am.
Michael something or other is the actor's name. I can't remember.
Yeah, I never really watched The Sopranos.
It's a pretty good show. Pretty good show. I've seen a little bit of it.
Huh. I did, however, used to watch The Fall Guy when I was a kid.
The first episode of Sopranos I watched, at the end of the episode, it just kind of cut to black. And so I figured, well, there's no point in watching the second episode,
Yeah, that must be the beginning. Weird beginning. I've done that before with shows. I watched the second episode of The Walking Dead, not realizing, thinking it was the first episode. And going, wow, they really just start in the middle of things, don't they? They don't explain anything. Guys on a horse riding into a town? What the hell? That's not a great freeze frame for her. That's unfortunate. I mean, I know it's a police state and everything, but his future doesn't look that bad. He has a nice apartment, has a cushy job where he just has to talk to people about he used to drive race cars.
He was able to turn the screen off at his own will.
Yeah.
All right. He's still got all his hair. Assuming that's not a wig.
Yeah.
To the deserts, to the mountains, and to our cities. But we are also returning to machines. And
whoa. There an underground? Is there like an underground resistance against the police state that
Yeah, it's the racing car railway.
Yeah, how's that gonna come into play? This is V for Vendetta, but he's a race car driver.
Yeah, losing cars is a moral outrage on the same level as a slavery type situation for sure.
Yeah. Damn it, I want to drive a car.
I want to race.
Did he bury his car?
He's digging up his car, yeah.
He's John Wick here. He's going to carve his car out of the floor.
Because he filled it up. Yeah, it's all in bits in there. He filled up the tank, so he has the tank somewhere.
That's incredible.
And then he left it. Can you leave gas? How long does gas stay in a tank in a car?
Not a terribly long time, I don't think.
Gas, they say,
it can go
has
sour.
a shelf life of 3 to 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, because if I fill up my jerry can, I don't want to leave it in my van for a long time. I want to I better pour it in.
That's right.
And
you burn down whatever property you're planning to right away rather than wait.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell are you doing? We got work to do.
Yeah, you got work to do.
What are you doing here?
Trying to imagine how I look down there on stage.
Yeah?
How do you look? Like an idiot.
Sexy as hell.
No, you helped me write most of that garbage. Former race car driver, now fanatical mass transit fan.
riding the subways and trains into the hearts of mankind.
Oh, it's propaganda for the mass transit system. That's what he's.
I mean, that's a pretty decent Big Brother. If I was like, hey guys, why don't we all ride mass transit every now and again?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say as Big Brothers go. It seems pretty tame. And I mean, to be fair, a mass transit system does sound like it would be pretty useful.
Frank, this is supposed to be fun.
What, sex with women? I've never heard that.
It's nothing compared to racing a
Nothing
car.
compared to racing cars.
There's also some faces that aren't so young. And in a moment, I'm going to introduce you to a man who is the spokesman for the mass transit utility. A man who...
This guy looks like Groucho Marx a little bit.
He does a little, yeah.
There ever was. But I guess you kids from the 30s...
Harry Potter.
Wouldn't even remember what a racing car...
Oh, here's the kid hacking his way into the system. He's the kid who wants to tear it all down.
He's got a racing car scar on his forehead there.
Clap in unison and stop exactly at this time. That's how we applaud in the police state.
Good morning. My name is Franklin Hart, and I've been asked to explain to you some of the advances being made by your mass transit authority. These advances are
not a load of bullshit.
It's perfectly reasonable that you all have to provide fingerprints and DNA samples before you go on each train. I mean, that's just for your own safety.
these advances. You know, I've been explaining about these advances for 2 decades now. I was chosen for this job because I was a race car driver. Racing cars are vehicles that can go at incredible...
He was chosen to be a public speaker because he was a race car driver.
Yeah, that does seem like a weird, you know...
Well, he's like snitching on race car driving almost, right? He's like flipping. Yeah. He's showing that no, my loyalty is no longer to the race car. My loyalty is now to the public transportation.
As individual and frivolous a car as you can possibly have. No, now it's about getting people around.
Any problems? No pollution. No guilt. That's the best part. No guilt. You see, in the old days, we were supposed to feel slightly guilty about cars. They created social problems. The oil companies are making too much money.
This seems a little propaganda-ish, like pro-car and anti-mass transit, if I'm being honest. Because, I mean, I don't agree with police states, but I do agree with efficient mass transit systems. I think those are good. That's a good idea.
I mean, there's thousands of them. They're growing like mushrooms.
Oh, he's inspiring dissidents.
Oh.
Gotta crush all dissent quickly. Play the high-pitched tone, get them back in line.
Yeah, that sound at 7-Elevens there when they want to kick the teenagers out.
You're an idiot. You know that?
You're ugly.
You know what that little outburst is going to do for you?
Ah, Jedney, me lad, you'll make a fine spokesman. The wheels of transit will be well oiled by...
I bet there's nothing even in that briefcase. What does he need to bring to work?
Judd, my friend, there ain't nothing serious anymore.
In fact, I'll sing you a little song about it.
Yeah, he's been clown-pilled. I like it.
What's his deal here, though?
Whoa.
What are you doing?
I'm hanging from the statue, Miss Ralston.
I can see that. Why are you hanging from the statue?
Because they tied me up here again.
Do you think there's going to be a scene where she's going to like take her glasses off and like shake her hair out?
Oh, I hope so.
It's just waiting for that. That look is that look is designed for this.
All right now, everyone smile. We'll be looking at this picture.
Who wouldn't love to see a woman liberated?
That's right. But the authority wants you all to wear glasses and have your hair up.
Look, they were desecrating statues back then too, so they kind of knew like, everything that was going to happen.
Oh.
Those are my chemistry notes. It took me 2 months to do them.
He's not popular.
Do you think he'll become popular by the end of the film through race car driving?
No, through science and destruction and terrorism, it looks like.
I have no idea what kind of movie this movie wants to be.
Yeah.
Why did everybody think that in the future computers were going to be making constant annoying noises at you every time you talk?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure they had no idea.
You're just trying to do some word processing, and the computer's just like, wee, wee, wee.
You know, in 1981, I'm sure 2011 sounded really far off. You know, like, that's probably far enough ahead.
All these sounds are Instagram notifications, and
he's just really popular.
Yeah, it's blowing up.
Yeah, got some viral reel.
Got Riz.
Yeah.
You are not alone. I knew it. I knew it was going to say alone. Like in my room right now? That's creepy.
It is going to be an underground ring of race car drivers,
yeah.
isn't it?
There's a fascist, totalitarian Big Brother kind of government, and these people
They tried to topple Hitler this way as well.
Yeah.
Just
They
racing
have to
cars.
topple Hitler by racing, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'll fix it up as soon as I talk to
1984 would have been a way more exciting book if they raced cars at the end of it.
It's official.
What do you mean it's official?
They want you where they can keep an eye on you. It means jail, Frank.
Jail, Frank? Maybe is this going to be a jail film? What the heck kind of movie
I don't
is
know.
this?
Well, they just want him in a job where they can monitor him, and he has no freedom. Basically,
I hate to call Big Brother into question here, but shouldn't they have seen that outburst coming from moment one, before he ever said anything? They should have already been on top of him.
They're going to put him on a game show called
Number two,
The
they have him fired?
Racing Man.
Yeah, the Racing Man, right? But they have him fired. He doesn't just disappear in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Hello, police state. Do you know how to do this, or what?
It's a pretty shitty Big Brother state, if I'm being perfectly honest.
They look weak in the golf cart too.
Yeah,
it's not intimidating.
Horses would have been a better choice on that.
Yeah.
You can really trample somebody with a horse.
But you should see in Britain in 2000 AD, they got these judges that go around just killing people. That's a badass police state. They got it. They got it figured out.
Imagine how more badass they could be with electronic scooters.
No, they got cool motorbikes.
No, wait, don't hit me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm important to you.
Actually, hit me a little bit.
I'm the only
Spit though.
I take it you didn't bring the rest of the audience.
It's the police. They're out.
Terrific.
Great.
Next.
All right.
Well, he led the police right to him.
Yes.
Sorry to bother you, sir. We're looking for a young man, a runaway.
So am I.
I can't help you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just waiting for the rest of my family to come home.
All right, thanks. Just call in if you see anything.
I'm sorry, the police state is trusting you on that?
Yeah,
Why did
yeah.
they kick the door in?
Wouldn't the police state be aware that, oh no, his family's left?
Yeah, we were
His family's
following you on
leaving.
camera the entire way home. You see those cameras up there? Saw him walk right in the door.
The guy was literally hiding a car under his floor.
Yeah.
What is it?
They said Christoph Waltz in there to find the car.
Doesn't look like the ones in the history books. What are you going to do with it?
Nothing.
Sniff it. Touch it.
You
Whatever I want.
broadcast too. You're going to California, aren't you?
Why don't you just take care of your own problem?
Wouldn't it have worked a little better for the totalitarian police state to also erase all mention of past cars so there's no chance of any of this happening again?
Just that he'd fall.
Right. Airbrush them out of old photographs.
Right. Don't teach them in textbooks and history books at school.
What's all that?
Oh, it's an old aerial map, Boston. You know, most of these roads haven't been driven on in 25 years.
I'm gonna bomb it.
And there's no way to get out of the city. All the roads.
All those poor roads not being driven on.
Yeah.
Who?
Smokey the Bear.
They don't know cars, but they still know who Smokey the Bear is.
Smokey survived.
Because only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah, his job was to prevent forest fires, not smoking.
And Smokey implies that there would be like a fire around him.
Yeah.
Because where does the smoke come from otherwise?
Well, that's why he's doing community service, because he used to start fires. A lot
like,
of
guys,
them.
listen, I know better than most that only you can prevent forest fires.
Don't set them. That's the first step to preventing them.
I
No matter how tempting it seems, no matter how much you want to watch that cabin burn to the ground.
Although if you are a smoker and you ask, hey, does anybody have a light? An arsonist will be the first to be there for you with a lighter.
That's how you catch them.
Yeah, that's a sting operation the police run. You go around.
I wouldn't be as satisfying as an arsonist if somebody asked you to light their building on fire. It's like, hey, I got a house here I really need burnt down. Any arsonists out there? It's like, I guess. There's no hunt. There's no chase. There's no will they, won't they. You know, it's just
Are they getting out of there?
burn.
Like the goat in Jurassic Park there. It's just,
right.
Just standing there.
The arsonist wants to hunt.
All right, so he's going to go for it. He's going to make a run for it. This is going to be the chase. What the hell is that? That doesn't sound like our golf carts.
He even put on the special racing suit, even though he could have just worn his normal clothes.
What the hell is that? What have you done? Open the door. You're going to leave me here. Of course I'm going to leave you here. Take me with you. Open the door. No.
Take me with you in that one-seat car.
Open the door.
There's two seats in there.
Oh, is there?
All right, get in.
Yeah, get in. We'll have one last chase.
It's going to drive right through that door.
Cover your face.
Wow.
He only filled the tank once. I mean, I don't know much about race cars, but they're not made for long distance fuel. They burn a lot of fuel, they burn it fast, and then you got to fuel them up again, right?
Yeah, there's usually like a whole crew to maintain them.
Yeah. It's not like you can drive to California and escape people with them, you know?
This kid he's with knows a lot about explosives. He shaped those charges so the door blew out from them.
Yeah.
Rather than they explode. It's incredible.
Don't want him to get away.
That doesn't seem sufficient to light the way of that race car.
Maybe they're trying to hunt deer. You know how you spotlight a deer?
And then run it down with the
He
race
has to
car?
do that because race cars don't usually have headlights on them.
That's right. Well, they're not from the movie Cars.
You're racing during the day. It's not like...
Probably saves weight.
Yeah.
Like a good heavy headlight. Sturdy.
Whoa!
Is she getting turned on by somebody stopping him or him getting away?
You know, be good at stopping this race car. Police cars.
Right.
If they gave police cars to the policemen, that might help in your totalitarian state instead of golf carts.
Yeah, usually a police state would invest some money in the technology of the police as well.
Yeah. Well, in a police state, one would think that that's where the money would go.
Well, they probably opened it up to everyone, so everyone is a police officer, you know?
Oh, so it's a police state because that's everyone's job is to work for the police.
Yeah.
He broke our Smokey the Bear poster. All right, so that's probably about as much gas as that thing would have, wouldn't it? Like, am I wrong about that? Like,
Yes.
race cars do not have like big tanks. Like they don't, or they burn it very quickly because you're going very, very fast. Not
Yeah,
even like a cross-country trip in it.
Right.
And I don't think highways are like a suitable surface for those kind of cars either.
I wouldn't imagine so. No. Like, well, the kid mentioned some of these roads haven't been driven on in years.
Yeah.
Ah. There we go. Yes?
My name is Hawkins.
Hi.
I've been sent here from Washington.
Okay.
I
Much
rode my
less
bike here from Washington.
And you have a problem here.
much less charismatic than Peter Sellers and
yeah. I was gonna say that
movie.
Marvelous. Marvelous.
Still going. Racing cars, driving around with my
And look at those
buddy for
tires too, how
6
thin they are. They're not
yeah,
meant to go
yeah,
super
you have
long
to replace
distances
them,
like
right?
this.
Like they replace them a couple times during a race, don't they?
Oh yeah.
It does seem like a very wasteful sport now that I'm thinking about it. You have no way of catching them because they got rid of all the cars in their police state.
Right.
130.
This guy's just flooring it too, right? He's not going
130 with no windshield or anything.
Yeah. Hopefully there's no bugs.
He slowed down.
I understand those cars can go faster than that.
Maybe he's afraid to go any faster.
It is anticipated that the car will run out of gas after 300 miles. Then we'll pick Mr. Hart up.
Wow.
Let's tell you
What, by
300
riding your
miles.
bikes out there?
car will not run out of gasoline. In fact, in old gas stations, at the bottom of every underground tank, they had 2 or 3 inches of fuel, which the internal pump cannot do.
Oh.
With a bit of foresight and a special pump, it is possible to get the gas,
Oh, well, that's a good tip for us all.
an exhaustible supply.
Assuming that this is still accurate to today's time.
Well, he called that an inexhaustible supply of gasoline, but there's a finite number of those tanks around anyway, right?
Gas stations, that's right. He still has to go to all these gas stations.
We have just received reports from eastern outposts that a car has somehow broken free. The first car on the roads of America.
You're talking about it like it's like a werewolf or something. Ladies and gentlemen, stay in your homes. A car has broken free. Oh, no.
I think these
Put some
tires
kitty
also have
litter
no
under it.
tread at all.
Yeah.
They're smooth tires.
This is like a flea pushing an elephant. If you don't like it, get somebody else.
You can't take it, then get the hell out of here.
I mean, are you really helping by just flooring it the whole time?
Yeah. I don't think it's meant to drive on leaves and grass.
Shouldn't have tried to take it off road, buddy.
That's right. Yeah, it seemed like a really dumb path he took there.
Roll credits.
At the end. Well, I'm the unknown stuntman. It's just his song at the end, and that's it. They play Lee Major's greatest hits. I was promised Burgess Meredith.
Oh, that's right.
I've yet to see him.
I recall you weren't exactly invited.
I thought he'd be running along the race car going, "You're a bum!
You're a bum!"
Myself. I was talking to myself. I was a class loon in my own little world. You know something? No one's ever trusted me, just like you.
Oh, spare me.
It's true.
Maybe Burgess Meredith will play an old
Oh, yeah?
Lee Majors
Yeah,
in a
he's in, like, in the
yet
future?
more distant future.
Me. Now I'm 100 pounds.
When cars have been once again banned, and they're like, "Hey, mister, we need to do another race," and he turns around, "A last chase," you know, just over his shoulder.
No, it's all right.
Well, I was hoping you might want to drive.
Okay. When I say go, I want you to give it some gas.
Oh, I see that he's just going to push the car out of the mud.
Yeah, then the kid's out of there. This was his plan the whole time.
Every move calculated.
You ready?
Ready.
Hopefully he doesn't have it in reverse.
Yeah, just really floor it. I knew that was what's gonna happen.
I mean, if it didn't happen, I would have been a little disappointed.
Race of the year. Thoroughbreds of the air. Racing across America in the Air Force's 1953 version of the Kentucky Derby.
Jet
Maybe
racing.
Maybe this is the prequel to Cars. This is how the cars become sentient.
Yeah, there
the
you
humans, The humans, the plague comes back, and the rest of the humans all die. And then all these cars have been left in somewhere and somehow gain sentience and take over.
Skies of the Korean War.
I think that's a plausible theory.
And when the first Sabre jet lands in California, a new transcontinental speed record has been set, with the plane coming almost 90 minutes in front of its closest competitor.
It's too late. You missed the cartoon.
For those at the finish line, the winner is no Captain J.G. Williams, the celebrated war ace, once again dazzled the experts by his outstanding performance. For a
Outstanding.
flying machine, a well-deserved welcome for a
Flying machine that some people call plane.
Captain J.G. Williams.
Huh?
Congressional Medal of Honor winner. And one of the greatest jet pilots in both the Korean...
An Adult Video Award nominee for Best Male Performance.
I have an assignment for you.
Clean the bathroom.
Anyone home? Captain Williams?
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
Excuse me.
What? I can tell by the look in your eye. I knew she'd sick you on me sooner or later, you two-legged bloodhound.
He would have made a good Popeye.
For the longest time, for the Popeye movie that they made with Robin Williams, for the longest time, I thought Burgess Meredith was his dad. Played his dad in the movie.
Oh yeah.
But it isn't. It isn't Burgess Meredith. It's just somebody that reminds me of Burgess Meredith. But when I was a kid, I totally thought it was him playing Popeye.
Did you know, Mr. What the hell's your name?
Morley.
Morley, that when the Chinese invented the kite, it was supposed to be a way to get you up closer to the gods. Kind of a space shuttle for the soul.
Yeah.
Hey, you want a belt? No? No.
No, you want to
He's
inject
so
some heroin?
He's so drunk he doesn't realize that that's not a belt, that's a bottle.
Captain.
Get up there, you bum! You call that flying a kite? He's coaching a kite competition.
Yeah? The last time my government needed me was the Vietnam War. And listen, man, I flew 138 missions. And I should have come back a damned hero. I've got the medals to prove it. But what did I come back to? A lot of damn abuse.
See, I've seen this movie. This is Rambo now. So they're just covering all the bases.
He would have made a good Rambo too.
Burgess Meredith as Rambo.
Yeah.
Now I can't even get a job parking cars.
Oh, that would have been a very different Rambo.
It's
They
funny,
drew
the guy.
first blood, not me.
The guy that Rambo is based on actually more closely resembles Burgess Meredith than he does Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, because he was the guy who wrote the novel, had students that came from Vietnam, and he based Rambo on one of the students, right?
Yeah, he was an operator, that's for sure.
I'm putting a team together to find this guy. I've got you, Cesar Romero, Julie Newmar, and Frank Gershon. Our viewers may not recognize what reference that was. I just.
Oh, they're flying now.
Yeah.
So did they get more gas, or have they just gone less than 300 miles from their initial...
I don't know if the movie cares. They explained this is how we would get more gas, and then that's all we need. So we don't question it
There's
anymore.
a theoretical way he could get gas if he were so inclined.
This guy's just wasting bullets.
That's not a real deer. That's just the sign.
Only got a couple of pheasants or something.
Uh-oh. There's no horn on those either. Don't worry, that car can go faster than those bullets.
Wow. This isn't really much of a chase, per se, right?
No, not so far. Not so far. But now that Burgess Meredith is involved.
I see a car and two people. Wow, look at that. Son of a bitch.
It's much more than a car and two men.
It's a supercar.
That's all I can see.
This police state is very fortunate that it hired cinematographers to install their surveillance cameras.
That's right. There's high quality pictures from those surveillance cameras.
This is just one car. I mean, a little.
They find surveillance from like a store or something. Like, okay, this is amateurish. I mean, what is the story here? You know, like what's the focus? Come on, guys.
It's a meta who?
I've noticed that there's not a lot of people working for this police state. Normally, the police states, they have a lot of, police.
You're right.
It seems like it's just these four guys in the room here.
Yeah. Nearly unlimited resources for a police state.
Furthermore, this society is more protected than any other in history. And do you know why?
Well, I figured.
Because of the system.
Okay.
System of
All right, Palpatine, we get it.
In fact, it is that system which dispelled the desperate quest for the impurities contained in mobility. The mobility which had driven this nation like rats scurrying in every direction that led us nowhere. Now, we have removed that addiction and brought order and tranquility, the two most fragile flowers.
Was he implying that's a money reference?
I don't know what he's implying here.
Weird the way he rubs his fingers
We've gotten
together.
rid of vehicles and people. It's better for people. Is the gist of this?
Staining the natural hygiene of our society.
He's making all that money that would have gone to cars.
That's right.
This is like listening to a Hitler speech with like the automobile is the downfall of our nation.
Right. He even compared them to vermin.
Right. Like, what is going on here?
When he was a kid, he must have had a really bad experience with a car.
He wasn't allowed to work on the assembly line.
Mr. Hart. Maybe you're getting too old for that kind of driving. It was ridiculous the way you came barreling down on that guy on
He was smart to bring soap amongst his personal belongings when he left civilization.
I don't know. Maybe your reflexes are going, or maybe you're just trying to show off for my benefit. Well, I've never been impressed by that kind of childishness.
No, it was just a guy in the middle of the road, and I had to swerve to avoid him because he didn't get out of the way.
Oh, he knocked his soap in with his boot.
Call me maniac.
It's gonna dissolve.
Here's a towel.
The car. I'll go in the lake
car
too.
goes in
All right.
Oh, so they're gonna get all the way to California, huh? From Boston? Is that what? Yeah, they're from Boston.
Boston.
That's quite a ways. But if there's no other cars on the road.
No other cars on the road, an older gentleman, a frivolous young fella. You know?
Well, they're going to send Burgess Meredith after them in a plane, so.
Yeah. Soon they'll have
is he just
three
supposed to
generations.
find them in his plane, or does he have to, is he supposed to catch them somehow?
Just sees where the film crew is working and then goes towards that.
yeah. Where are the camera setups?
Baby, what have they done to you?
That might need a bit of work.
Well, no, because I remember a movie where a guy flew a plane up from the bottom of the ocean, and it started just with the power of stamp magic, so...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Stamp magic.
Well, Papa's here.
Yeah.
Never fear. Papa's here. Off we go.
I find it slightly annoying when there's a B story in a film. I almost prefer when films focus on a singular character's journey.
Interesting. So what about a movie like Pulp Fiction?
Huh? A what? A pulp what now?
You know, there's like multiple different stories interweaving.
Oh.
It doesn't even start at the beginning. It starts kind of in the middle.
Well, they weave into one. See, that it's kind of different because there's a bunch of them, right? You know, not just an A and a B. But they all come together in one A story.
This B story is just because they're hiring him to find the car, so it's going to be related to the main story.
Right. He's going to kamikaze his plane into the race car there.
Yeah.
Most movies try to set up these, rivalries and things in the first bit of the movie rather than at the very, very end of the movie.
A movie just all set up and then this a minute of conflict at the end and then credits.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously there's exceptions like, Pulp Fiction, Lord of the Rings, things like that. Exceptions exist. But
the first time I tried to read Lord of the Rings, when it was in junior high, and I kept well, who the hell's this guy now? You have to go back there's too many characters. I don't understand what's happening. I didn't finish it. I didn't read it till I was an adult. Oh yeah.
He's got no gas in it, so these guys are going to pull him the whole way.
He has to keep stopping at gas stations as well and getting the stuff.
All you did to fix it up was spray paint it black.
They didn't really say why they wanted to move cars. Is it just so that people won't be able to go where they want to go? Is that?
Yeah.
They didn't really specify why they wanted to get rid of all the cars, or at least.
Well, cars are taking over all banking and holding out businesses.
Yeah, they're in charge now.
Had to flip some tables in the car dealership there.
Yeah, there's just nothing he could do. Yeah, no, they didn't explain at all why cars were the target, really.
Yeah.
And isn't unleashing a plane even worse? This is you You let the rat go, then you let the cat go, then you let the dogs go to get the cats, then you get the monkeys to go to get
now
the
this
dogs.
guy has a plane.
Right.
He's gonna what's gonna stop him from going to California?
Just like
and
a
being
barrel
free?
of burning gasoline, presumably, will be the last thing.
Yeah,
Well,
instead
you're-
of finding the guy, he's just gonna go straight to California himself and like, yep, all right, see you, suckers.
You're right about that, because cars are a symbol of freedom as much as, any vehicle is. Because you can control it. You can decide where you want to go, when you want to go. Maybe they'll shoot him down after he takes out Lee Majors. He's getting turned on by his plane here.
Yeah, he is.
We're going to turn the comms off here.
We're just gonna. Do you mind if we just mute this? No, we need to hear every bit of this. He's into it. See? Look, it was your idea to get this guy. Don't be looking at me all shocked.
Excuse me, Mr. Hawkins. I think it's a bit extreme to send out a jet fighter.
Madam, miss, extremism in the
Toots.
virtue is
He just keeps getting more and more
Yes,
insulting.
gets worse, yeah.
Sugar tits. Like just then he doesn't even say anything. He just he sits back down and goes about his work.
By a roadblock.
It's a good idea, madam.
Yeah, apparently you have ways to communicate to people. You can get people over to where he's going to be.
Coca-Cola truck, too.
Yeah, they're really pushing that drink.
Beautiful red on those trucks.
What is it? It's a satellite hookup. Probably communications with the people in the control room.
Luckily, they don't do well at seeing on bridges.
They disguise the race car as a deer. Put some antlers on the front.
Yeah. Let them through. Let the deer through.
Right.
That's too bad.
Literal cans of that delicious.
Is it still loaded with Coca-Cola? They didn't take the product out when they just stopped the deliveries.
Was that the car making the horse sound, or where did that come from?
I think it was a horse. The kid snuck into the thing, so maybe the kid sabotaged them somehow.
Yeah, there's fire.
Come on,
Cars there.
those horses should have been hooked up 10 minutes ago. Where the hell's my radio? Be careful with that car. Control. This is Ranger 1. The fugitive vehicle has been intercepted.
That's all part of their plan.
Further instructions. Over. Control.
What the hell is going on?
I want to get through to them.
He's getting so many
Emotionally.
likes right now. Just
I don't know what's going wrong.
viral post, man. That's what it is.
That remote control that kid has does everything.
Where are the drones in this society?
My question is, they have the car, so like, why are they still barricading the road?
It was a honey pot there.
Yeah.
Tricked him.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's a trick. It's a trick. Now it's like the Batman music from the old Batman.
Yeah, riveting race cars, Batman.
How'd my plan go? Good? Everyone went well? Judging by your faces that everything went well.
Then perhaps we can get down to business.
Guy is a bit of a Hugo Strange, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How is he refueling?
Control.
I don't know. He must go back to the base and they must give him fuel. They must have a surplus supply of it.
Lost them temporarily. I believe they're on the other side of the Kansas border, over.
Roger. We'll find them and we'll catch them.
Roger.
Should have fueled up an aircraft carrier for him so he could,
land when he needs to. Yeah.
People are like dragging it across the country. There he is. Teams of horses.
It'll be dark soon.
It occurred to me that we never told your parents that you were coming with me.
It's the post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
His parents probably died of a disease just like Lee Major's family did.
All right. You do the dishes.
I'll wash and you dry.
Okay.
Any eat at McDonald's?
What's that?
Something they used to have years ago.
Let's play it for him
Oh,
to
he got
laugh
all
before he even
nostalgic.
knew what it was.
Yeah.
He's stopping to fly his kite.
And sing the national anthem.
What do you do besides race cars?
That's not the national anthem. That's America the Beautiful.
Oh, is that what he was singing?
Yeah. Oh, for spacious skies and amber
Oh, that's
waves
right.
of grain.
Well, I hope no
see any
fighter
of those
jet.
things.
I'm serious.
I hope no fighter jet wrestlers come by and steal his ride.
Russell, steal his fighter jet while he's flying his kite.
They might be moving 50 head of fighter jet west.
I had a family. Did you have a son?
I do now.
Yeah. Would he have been as old as I am?
A little older.
A little stupid.
But you disappoint me just as much as he did, if that means anything to you.
Yeah, that makes you feel better, yeah. Still that punchable face.
Oh, I haven't seen much of my parents.
Why not?
What's the difference? Nothing I ever did was good enough. So I finally stopped trying. Or caring.
Focused on blowing shit up. Focused on magic. Do-do-do-do-do. Sir, I've checked every whorehouse in every state. I haven't found them yet.
But I'm willing to check again.
Try the ones in Wyoming now.
Yeah.
This movie is just like, okay, we bought a bunch of stock footage of a plane flying around. We bought a bunch of stock footage of Burgess Meredith. How can we work this in?
How do we work this out? Exactly. Okay, I found them. I'm in a plane. They're in a car. What do you want me to do now?
It just launches a bunch of missiles at him.
He just drops bombs.
Oh, I guess I misunderstood the assignment. I'm very sorry about this.
Whoa.
Sounds like a V8 on that fighter jet.
Yeah, it does. A V12.
Wow.
Oh. That fighter jet really snuck up on them.
It's because Burgess Meredith is just a good pilot. He knows how to sneak.
Put it into silent mode there. Stealth mode.
So this is the part that's unbelievable. I do not believe any circumstance where the United States would give up its military, its planes, its right. You know what I mean? They would have jets with current people trained to use them that would be able to find this guy.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Or drones, like I said, you know, just
Yeah,
the
or
guy with the
drones.
remote
Drones now, but I
control.
mean, they back then they probably in 1981, whoever wrote this probably didn't conceive of drones.
Any
Yeah,
police
right
state
now-
worth its salt would have something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people apparently died in this plague, but still.
It's a pretty Mickey Mouse police state, all things considered.
Yeah, yeah.
The plane is turning back toward the car.
Well, yeah, because the plane goes faster than the car. It's going to overshoot
What do
him.
you
He's
think's
probably going
gonna
to have to do that a couple of times.
The plane is closing at 5 miles.
The car driving on a road, which is stationary.
How are they monitoring these vehicles if they don't have like military stuff left anymore? They got to have satellites and shit, right, to monitor
Right.
these things.
At 3 miles.
That was a good psychotic grin there.
Closing at 2,000 feet. Closing at 1,000 feet.
Why he's coming at him from the
it's
Oh,
side.
he
You know?
has guns on it. Okay. He is going to shoot them.
I think he hit him, I think. Oh, yeah.
Oh. So all
Okay,
those
that would've
bullets didn't hit, none of them
ripped
hit the
him
car.
apart.
One hit him in the shoulder. All of those bullets from a plane, none of them hit the car. But if the one that went in his shoulder, that would have gone through and through the car as well.
I would have torn his fucking arm off.
Yeah. Well, I've read the Warren Commission's report. That bullet could have bounced around there 12, 13 times.
Exactly. Who knows who could have got hurt by that thing?
That's
For the
right.
Kennedy assassination, we think there was not only a second gunman, but a plane man as well.
Yeah, new theory was just a guy who was celebrating. He shot his gun off in the air and it accidentally came
Just
down.
so the bullets just arced and came down.
They were too embarrassed to admit that, so they just invented this whole theory of a sniper.
That's pretty great.
That's hilarious. Like one bullet. That whole barrage.
And it only left an eyedropper of blood on his shirt.
And it absolutely would have torn his fucking arm
Yeah.
off.
Oh, yeah.
What was that thing?
It's called a jet fighter.
You gotta imagine bullets on a jet like that would be huge.
Yeah, they're high caliber. They're meant to pierce like other planes and armored vehicles.
Right.
That's exactly what it does.
Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Oh yeah, I'm great. You know, if the human population was significantly lessened by this plague, there'd probably be a lot more wildlife and stuff around. Like you'd be looking out for like mountain lions right now.
Yeah, really.
The Earth is still vast, though.
I guess, yeah. Still a lot of empty space.
Even if those populations increased, there would be a lot of empty space.
Yeah. Do. This is it. This is the last chase, guys. There's no more after this one. No more chases.
Wouldn't the plane just find them again instantaneously?
They would probably find them pretty easily. Yeah, I would imagine.
Especially with the bright color.
but I mean,
yeah. He's up so high, though, he could see down.
yeah. Like the trees look like we've all seen footage of trees from above, and you can see pretty clear. Unless it's like jungle foliage, but these are pine trees. You can see pretty easily in there.
Yeah, he's in a field here. He's in the plains.
I mean, is there anywhere we could take you to fix you up? Well, there's one place, but it costs about $6 million.
I guess the foothills, because he's by the mountains here.
Yeah, there
Not
must
very
be.
hilly, though.
I'm trying to think where they would be. Because they can go from Boston. They're going to California.
That's right, all the way across.
It was like Wyoming. Like what's there? Like,
Yeah,
I know.
Wyoming, Montana.
Where did they say they went through already? Idaho?
I don't even remember. Kansas, something like that. I'm trying to. I'm not great at where the states are either. I kind of know where
I'm
some of them
great at where the states are. Let me tell you, they go through Wyoming, Ohio, and then Florida, and then boom, you're there at the mountains.
You're there at the mountains near California.
Yeah, Florida's right next to California, I believe. That's right.
Yeah, they're both hot, right? So
Yeah, so they'd be in the
must
same
be
place.
next to each other.
Makes sense. Makes total sense to me.
Ooh.
Face Off.
Wow.
Never stood a chance. Trapped in his car.
Is this just like a fantasy here?
I think so. I think he's passed out because no one's driving. They
I
can't
see.
start
So
the car.
he's forming a mental map of how he's going to defeat this plane here in his mind.
I don't know.
That plane was just fucking with him there.
Bringing him in.
Yeah. Who's this?
That's the kid. That's what he looked like the whole movie, right?
Yeah, just change up casting in the third act. I think the only reason that Lee Major's character got shot was so he could get that shirt off.
Probably.
Yeah.
You sly dog, Lee Majors.
Hello. Hi, I'm your love interest.
Add a love interest, why not, eh?
I don't know if this is some kind of trick.
Trick.
Sure, I understand.
No, I was really shocked. That's.
Who weren't who they said they were. I like it here. I don't want to be driven out of another home.
Car metaphor. Driven.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Or the boy.
That's subtext that the writers put in there, you know?
He's all right. He's with my son.
Is this Indian land?
Yes, they reclaimed it all after everyone else had left. And they're allowing us to stay here as long as we don't attract too much attention.
That's pretty trusting after what happened last time.
Yeah. I was gonna say. You know what? First time didn't work out well, but I say we give these white guys another chance.
I got
Give them a shot, guys. Come on.
this. I got a really good
what's the
feeling
worst
about
that can
this.
happen? The white people are all going to the Indian reservations like, oh man, this plague came through. Oh yeah, that sounds rough. Yeah.
That's terrible stuff.
Terrible stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, you lost your house, huh? Ooh. Oh, that's a shame.
Thanks. Are you worried about the plane?
No. Satellites.
I've seen this kid in movies before.
Who's the old man?
It's my grandfather. He used to be a New York cop. He's gone a little funny, though. He was
He
real
still dresses like this. I've totally seen that kid with the weird face in movies.
Oh, yeah.
Give someone a ticket.
I've been waiting years just to get one.
Move along, move along.
Do.
Old Plain Graveyard. Cheating on his jet with another jet here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I almost died several times in one of these planes. Fond memories.
Well. Control. Eagle 1, base 280, Arizona.
Well, what the devil happened?
I lost them. In the woods. Gotta wait them out. Bad damage to the car, though.
Why didn't you stop them?
I just said I shot them. There's bad damage to the car. Then I lost them in the woods. What more? How did you get into this position if you don't understand simple sentences?
You know what I mean.
Understood, sir.
You can refuel there. Stand ready. Over.
Yes, I comprehend, sir. Sure do, sir. Yes, sir. Over and out, sir. On my way, sir.
Whose idea was it to hire that? Oh, wait, it was mine. Right. It was my plan.
Oh, I'm managing.
I'm not so sure about that. You know, I used to be a nurse before everything changed. And the ones who insisted on doing everything themselves were as bad as those who wanted you to do everything for them.
Yeah, why?
Because half the time they did it wrong.
So does she still use those nursing skills after the crash?
Yeah. I mean, I think nurses would still be useful.
Probably even more valuable than ever.
Even more valuable after a pandemic.
Holloway.
Guess it means I'm out of luck.
That's right. No sympathy.
What happened to your husband?
He died.
After I shot him.
What are you doing out here?
Looking for a new one.
Moving around from place to place out here like gypsies. I should be asking you what you're doing out here.
Heading for California.
That doesn't answer my question.
Let's just say I'm doing what I have to do.
Which is what?
You know, you could have just gotten like, maybe camping gear and probably like walked and hiked it to California. Just, stayed off the main roads. You probably would have gotten there with less trouble than a big, loud race car. Or use the race car to get yourself out of the city and then...
And ditch it when you can.
Yeah.
Right. Like, what even is the point of the trip to California?
Yeah, well, California is a free place. It's seceded.
It's still free. Okay.
From the rest of the United States, so it's its own free state.
I see.
We closed Arizona.
So that's why they're heading there, because they can drive all they want, baby.
They get there and find out it's an even worse police state.
Yeah, oil's just flowing from fountains.
Yeah, an even worse police state for sure.
Yeah,
but,
they get there and
I
find
don't know
out
why they're staying in this car there.
Is there a big race that he has to get to? Did he say?
I don't think so. I think he just wants to be in a
so.
non-police state.
Oh, there you go. Fully healed from that bullet wound to the shoulder in no time.
All fine.
There's the camera crew.
What do these guys want? Yeah, it's just the camera crew.
Instruct our troops to wait until they find the car.
Yes, sir. I think we're going to have to be going soon.
Why? Nobody's forcing you out.
He's going to have to be given what he wants sooner or later.
That's terrific. So he gets to kill both of you. He almost did it once before.
He just wants the car. Just give him the car and then go on your way.
I don't think he intended to that time. No, it was me. I joked up. I hadn't panicked. Pulled into that gas station. I don't think he would have hit us. I spent 25 years rehearsing for that moment when I'd be able to drive that car like I did in the old days. When the time came, afraid.
Well, it does go very fast.
You know, I am a star, in case you didn't know it. Oh, yeah, Can-Am. Second in Le Mans, top 10 in international points, the whole bit. Even if the cars hadn't have been taken away, I still wouldn't have been able to keep up with my act. You see, I was in a crash. A bad one.
A stock market crash.
With drivers.
Lost everything.
Lost it all.
Oh, happened for one very...
All my stock in Wonder Bread.
I lost my nerve. No one knew it except me, and maybe the dead drivers. So when I buried that car in my garage, in a way, I was glad.
When I meticulously disassembled and preserved the car underneath my garage.
And then the gas from the tank that I filled up before I...
Come on, let's dance.
No way. Never this. Watch my arm.
Whoa.
Now it's turned into Back to the Future Part 3. Yeehaw!
Hey, turn your partner. Up and down, up and down, and down we go.
Blacksmith, a horse through a shoe.
Trying to think what that kid's been in. I know I've seen him in movies. I know I've seen that face.
I'm quite aware of that, Mr. Morley.
Well, now get me Captain Williams.
I want him to drive those people out.
Well, sir, I'm afraid he hasn't responded all night.
Captain Williams, do you read me? Captain Williams, come in.
Oh, I never thought to try the radio, sir. I was just calling out in the air.
You lucky bastard, up to the gods.
He's a, what do they call a pantheist there?
Yeah.
He mentioned multiple gods, yeah.
Multiple gods.
A pantheon, even you could say.
Oh, shenanigans are happening.
Wow, look at him go. Watch him work. I know there's no nudity, but I'm still going to put the too hot bar up because this is just way too sexy.
Yeah, because this is too much.
In fact, you more than like her.
You like her? Like it more than a friend?
Like her.
No, come on, tell me.
No.
Come on, I want to know what more than liking her means.
You love her, don't you?
Love. What do you know about love?
Enough to know when I see it.
You little smartass.
Hey, hey. This is a radar receiver. Should pick up signals from all over. It'll be useful when we get going again. You do want to go, don't you?
This is Radio Free California. There's been no further word on the car that was last seen approaching the Rocky Mountains. We will continue to bring you further details.
Control, this is Expedition. We are proceeding with Plan Alpha. Over.
Why is that voice so much louder?
Maybe because it's close to us.
Maybe. Do you not know?
You seem like a shitty tech expert, kid.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I just turned the volume up a bunch before that voice came on.
This old guy's gonna get riddled with bullets.
He starts blasting though.
You stay here.
I think you got him, Fred.
There's a chance he's dead already.
Well, here it goes. It's happening again, guys.
Now this is the police
All
state
things to do
finally
with the
flexing
car.
its muscle.
It just seems like a big waste of time and resources.
Right, go let the man drive. Let him be. Let him free.
Just one dude. Nobody even seems to have taken up a movement behind him or anything.
Right. Exactly. He hasn't become Paul Atreides.
No. What happened to her?
She's all right. It's you and the boy they're after. Now leave.
Yeah, there you go. That's fair.
I've tracked him again, sir.
Get me Captain Williams.
Luckily, the police stopped shooting the second they left.
See what happens.
Yeah, that's right. Because hey, I get the feeling they're gone, guys. Let's just stop shooting at these indigenous folk. Because they had nothing to do with it.
Fortunately, only the Alzheimer's grandpa is the only one who got killed there.
Yeah. And he wasn't doing anything for anybody anyway.
I've never actually operated the system myself, sir. I don't think anybody has. It was installed quite some time ago in case, the
It
rust...
seemed like that key had been almost around his neck for years there, the way he struggled to get it off.
He's gotten much fatter since he first got it.
Make it do something.
What's he gonna do? Launch a nuclear weapon at him?
From a cactus.
Hey, it works. Woo, that's something.
Now practice.
Practice?
Practice.
What?
Is it
Blow
like
up more.
stuff going from a satellite? Is that what it's doing? Where's this? Where are these?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a laser.
They're like towers, laser towers. Again, you'd think a police state. No, they'd stay on top of all this stuff, right?
Why not have somebody who already knows how to operate this system?
Never had to use it before today.
So why even bother being trained on it?
Yeah.
Man, if I described a movie to you as post-apocalyptic with a race car, a fighter jet, and the end of oil, would you expect this little action in the movie?
The poster makes it look much more exciting.
Yes.
I know what that kid's from. He's from a movie called The Pit.
Oh.
Pit. Where he's these creatures in this pit he finds in the woods, like, communicate to him, and he lures people to the pit and pushes them in to feed the troglodytes inside.
Wow.
Wow.
That's what he's from. That's where I know him from.
Those troglodytes can get pretty darn hungry, too, from what I understand.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing neat down there.
Yeah.
They live in a cave.
Now, put it on automatic.
Let the computer do it.
Automatic?
Automatic.
What does that mean? It's a laser. I understand what that means when you're talking about a gun. What does it mean?
That, Mr. Morley. Now,
give you the key.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
They must be getting close to California now. This looks kind of like
Yeah, it looks Californian. The
Nevada or
terrain.
something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's just driving on the road.
Okay, kid. I'm gonna do something I haven't done so far.
Smack ya.
I'm gonna give you an order. And so help me Christ, if you say one word, I'll make your old school teachers look like saints. I want you to stand perfectly still.
Just let the plane really mangle your body as it comes through.
Why do you want to keep this thing going?
Don't you understand? He just wants to keep the chase going.
He's probably saying the same thing to himself. All that you're gonna finish is each other.
No, we're not.
We're gonna get together and see who finishes first, if you know what I'm saying.
Either we play
This is a film for everyone who's ever wanted to see Lee Majors have sex with Burgess Meredith.
It's just everyone.
Kid. God damn it. Listen to me.
I belong in that car with you.
Can't you understand? I've done a lot of losing the last 20 years. I don't want to lose you, too.
Be hilarious if Burgess Meredith just lit them up right now.
There's still no change, sir. Neither of them is moving.
Don't just go talk to the guy.
We're playing a game of chicken, but his car's shaped like a ramp, so the plane will just go right up over it.
Yeah.
And start flying. Natural, built together. Play chicken. I see.
Ah.
They're moving toward each other.
Play chicken, but only one of the vehicles can't fly.
Come on, you old coot.
I would think the plane would do more damage to the car, I think, because of the weight.
I think so. I don't think those cars are built to like withstand a lot of impact. They're built to go fast and be light.
Yeah.
You know, they fall apart when they crash, a lot of them, right?
190.
Yeah, I think the jet would just rip it to shreds. Tear his whole fucking arm off.
The jet will be in some trouble, though, too.
Yeah. It'd fuck up the landing gear.
Actually, Majors will have a little drip of blood on his shoulder. Oh, not even.
Did what? What did he do? They just drove and the guy took off. Like, what did they do? They didn't do anything.
Miles per hour, sir.
What was the point of that?
He was happy the car went fast.
I guess.
He's gonna touch down again.
I
Race
don't
him
know.
on the road.
At this point, I'm not sure what Burgess Meredith's motivation is. He's just having fun out there, I think. And with no consequences, too. Like, it's not like he has family or anything he has to worry about. He lived alone. He could just fly to California.
This is great.
He's just enjoying himself.
I guess it's kind of cool.
It doesn't look like this police state has much of a military presence to go get him. Because otherwise, they should be. You'd think they'd be able to handle this car, no problem.
They can only bring up the one plane piloted by an old guy. It's pretty cool to think these are all practical effects, at least.
Yeah. At least they're actually driving and actual flying, and
yeah, an actual plane driving down the highway is pretty impressive.
I don't know. Just a minute.
I want to hear what he says.
you won't be able to because you're in a motor on wheels.
You read me? Art, can you read me?
Signal to it. Come on, use the light.
I wouldn't hurt you, kid. I've been bluffing you. It's a big game, don't you know that? Huh?
It was a game when I shot at you.
And hit you in the shoulder.
Pretty good. Hell, I ain't had this much fun since I was a cadet. Huh?
Yeah, they're both gonna spring for freedom.
Neither have I, old man. Neither have I.
Jam their communications and order that idiot back.
Oh, but he's got the desert lasers.
Are they close to the laser, Mr.
How could he order him back if he jams the communication?
It's just a few miles ahead of them, sir.
Okay, come on, lasers.
And it's on automatic, as we heard before.
That's right.
Why, you bastards.
What happened? Why did it miss?
I don't know. Maybe it's rusty. Hey.
Maybe it's rusty.
I fought lasers like this back in Nam.
Listen, Hart. Your friends back home are getting impatient. They're getting ready.
What's the matter?
It's been jammed.
Hart, fun's over. Those jokers have
Raspberry.
laser up ahead.
Raspberry. Only one would dare give me raspberry.
Hart, you hear me? Hart? Hart, danger ahead. Laser gun ahead. Stop the car. Get off the road. Hart, stop the car. Get off the road. You hear me? Hart?
He can't hear you. He's going to sacrifice himself. He's going to crash into the laser.
Yeah, I think
thankfully
you're right.
the police state only had enough resources to build one laser gun.
Well, they suggested it was left over from something. Maybe some Civil War or something. Whoa!
Okay.
I mean, that's great and all, but you could have bombed the laser. Oh, it just stopped them because the explosion stopped them. Okay.
Well, he was finished with all this.
Wait, I recognize that signal. Trailer parks blowing up is the international signal for warning. Laser on the road.
God's sakes, don't go through. Stop, will you?
Yeah, he's gonna crash into it.
Control, Eagle One.
Yeah. He's got nothing to live for, nothing to
Wear
lose.
medals after 30 years. Mr. Morley,
Yeah, nothing to lose.
you understand what that means?
Randy Quaid and Independence Day.
Pew pew, robot laser, robot laser.
Fire, 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 fire. Never stop firing.
It's locked off and coming into range now, sir.
Right.
I'll start firing a little bit early just to be sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna like dive in front of it to take the laser, like.
Oh, no. He's going to be straight out at 2,500 feet.
Do laser time.
He's at 2,000 feet. He's not pulling up.
Up to the gods, baby.
He's pulling down.
He's dead on, sir. He's not pulling up.
Up to the gods.
He can't.
Flashback. Flashback
What
to
just
his
happened?
Nam days. Yeah.
Boom.
Take that, laser.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now we'll never get that cool car that we want really badly for reasons.
Yeah, not even certain why we want it anymore, honestly.
Well, that held up pretty well.
Yeah,
the
well
windshield
preserved.
there.
Why didn't he use his ejector seat?
He should have. Maybe he did for the sequel.
Oh.
The Last Chase 2.
That's right. And the last year.
The last.
Then the last.
It's a prequel. Then the prequel, the penultimate chase.
Right. Right. The next to last chase.
Those cactuses all look pretty well preserved too for a plane that just crashed into a giant laser.
So did he know Burgess Meredith from the before times then?
I don't think so. No, I think somehow
Why
they
is he
just
being
built
all
this bond.
sentimental? That
They had
built
an
this bond.
understanding.
Frank?
They spoke 3 words at the very end. It's like, so, I was just kidding around when I tried to shoot you.
Yeah. Yay! Welcome to California.
They did it.
The People's State.
The desert at 3 o'clock this afternoon and was greeted by the people of the border towns.
So have they been monitoring the whole time?
I guess so.
Monitoring their progress?
On the loose. A symbol. A symbol. People going all over. When they want to and where they want to. Have you thought what else this would be? Cars everywhere. And people wanting the things.
America, they have made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some guy just driving a sick car into California. That just kind of solves all of America's problems.
There you go. There's still no population to, get new oil or do any of that stuff.
Still, he bummed out the man by doing what he wanted to do.
This could set us back to the 1980s.
everybody. That was The Last Chase.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, look at Miss Ralston was Deborah Burgess.
Oh. I
I gotta get my wife some work.
Yeah. Well, probably not because it's his first name and her last name, but. Okay.
Ed Jacobs was just Indian.
Yeah, just the one. There was just one in the film.
Yeah, he played all of them. He played all of them in the reservation.
Well, what do you guys think of that one?
Oh, I mean, I normally I say I see what they were trying to do, but I don't even really see what they were trying to do. Like, honestly,
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't get it.
I thought it was what I'd call a thrill ride.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Thrilling. Just thrilling. I loved the way he carved the car out of the cement at the beginning there. Like John Wick. But they didn't kill his dog.
I would put forth the idea that you have perhaps never been thrilled before in your life.
You'd be right, my good man.
Yeah. They had some cool shots.
Yeah, it was fine. It was, it's a car driving around, a plane flying around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Burgess Meredith flying a kite. I mean, what more do you want? A little plot, maybe.
Yeah, some sort of coherent plot would be nice.
Yep.
Certainly.
Like, check out that eagle emblem. That's pretty sick. Oh, yeah.
That's the U.S. seal there.
Pretty cool.
Last Chase.
Well, there you go. A chilling view of what America will become.
I like how the last line in the movies, it's going to set us back to the 80s.
That was funny. To the 80s, the 1980s, he said. That was funny.
The 80s, and it was came out in 81, so that's like a direct line to the audience.
Yeah,
like,
that was
you
funny.
know you lived in the best time. 80s rule. Woo!
Yeah, peak society.
The peak of society. Well, hopefully everyone liked that. Everyone who watched.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching along with us. If you did, and if you didn't, hey, thanks for being you.
Yeah.
Well, to hell with you.
Yeah.
All right. Kill them cameras.
All right, let's do that. Bye.
Bye-bye.